and Griffs, West Georgetown for today's special high school hockey matchup between the visiting Byron Center Bulldogs and your home Caledonia Fighting Scots. Let's introduce the Bulldogs, starting on defense. Number 14, Eli Colvin. Starting on defense. Number 5, Reed Kleiper. Starting at forward, number 13, Parker Lockshire. Starting at forward, number 15, Nick Dolce. Starting at forward, number 23, Dylan Camiga. And your starting goaltender, number 1, Quinn Saul. Now let's hear it for the starting lineup for your home Caledonia Fighting Scots. Starting on defense, number 23, Gabe Supa. Starting on D, number 13, Aiden Itel. Starting at forward, number 15, Ethan Sova. Starting at forward, number 18, Landon Moore. Starting at forward, number 11, Ty Lewandowski. And between the pipes, at goal, number 73, Sam Ho. Please rise as we play our national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming.
right, welcome in everybody to Georgetown Ice Arena for a special mid-afternoon matchup. Your Caledonia Fighting Scots taking on the Byron Center Bulldogs. A home game reschedule from last Friday. A canceled game last Friday due to weather. Sam Hogue in net there for Caledonia. Quinn Saul on the Byron Center side. Face-off played by the Bulldogs. Shot towards Hogue, a save. Rebound played out by Mikkelsen. Puck played in the Byron Center zone. Icing arm is up, waved off. Bulldogs touch up behind the end line. Now a pass to mid-ice. Goheen, turnover for Nichols. Nichols drives it in. Drew Nichols plays it in towards net. Blocked off the side of the net, loose in the corner. Up the far wall, pressured there by Bultema. And the Bulldogs able to get it out. Played in deep. Gabe Supak, the defender on it. Supak cycles it to Evan Moore behind the net. Moore on the far side. Breakout to Mitchell. Mitchell's cross-ice pass. A little behind Nichols. Nichols just inside his zone, off the glass. Bultema played it to the far side. Brought in the zone by the Bulldogs. Tied up by Nichols. Hit into the wall. Bulldogs have it behind the net. Centering pass cleared away by Supak. Pass in the middle, played away by Nichols. And out of the zone to Mitchell. Mitchell carries it ahead. Mitchell still on his feet. Down low, a shot saved by Saul. Rebound! Sova with a shot. Blocked by the defender. Bulldogs with possession. Carry it out of their zone, mid-ice. Into the Caledonia end. A shot in on Hogue and a save. Bouncing puck comes out of the zone. Lewandowski chips it ahead for himself. Lewandowski in the corner. Behind the net, far side. Lewandowski centers it for Moore. Landon Moore couldn't get a shot off, blocked by the defenders, and Byron Center able to dump it deep in the Caledonia zone. Zach Veliska with a stick on it. Moves it up the wall. Played by Sova. Sova off the back wall. Off Quigley's stick, now played by Landon Moore through the air. Glove down by Byron Center. And shot in on Hogue. He stops it. Outlet to Lewandowski. Lewandowski sends it back into the corner for Veliska. Veliska, cross-ice pass, chipped by Moore to Sova. Clears the zone, but held there at the blue line. Some traffic there. Lewandowski trying to find a grip. Sends it length of the ice. Icing arm is up. And we'll bring it back to the Caledonia zone for a defensive zone draw. Gorby, Mela Mikkelsen, and Harmon Esch, your forwards. Eitel and Quigley on defense. Face off played by the Bulldogs in deep. Eitel gives chase, near side corner. Pinched into the wall, loose behind the net. Hogue sweeps it to the far side wall. Esch gets a grip on it. Harmon Esch, nice move. Chips around the defender, a 2-on-1 if they hurry. Esch has it. He's got Mikkelsen. Esch holds the top of the zone, over for Eitel. Eitel a shot in on Saul, and he'll hold for the whistle. A 3 p.m. start, a little early for high school games. There's another game on the other sheet here at Georgetown. Jenison, the visiting team, taking on the Hudsonville Eagles. Sova wins the draw to the back wall, tried to center it off a skate. Bulldogs defense there. Breakout far side, goes long to Supak. Supak buries it in deep. Cal checks up on the delayed offsides. Bulldogs with possession, cross-ice pass. Jake Martzke, the freshman, forward, tied up there with Landon Moore. Comes loose, Cal dumps it in off a skate, shallow in the zone. Byron sends a pass to the near side. Byron will recycle it mid-ice, now drive it in, far side. Pass into the middle, deflected into the near side half wall. After it is Lewandowski. His pass up the wall for Sova connects. Ethan Sova, a shot in on Saul, deflected into the back glass. Bulldogs go D to D behind the net. Now back to the far side, up the wall. Supak gonna sink down. Oh, he dropped a pass to find Lewandowski, who was going off for a change. Moore with possession. Got it to Mitchell, who chipped it shallow in the zone. Bulldogs send it back. Evan Moore back with it. Moore cross ice. Now a pass in for Bultema and chipped in deep. Rylan Bultema, the senior forward, to the back wall. Tied up by the defense. Now loose for Mitchell. Bryce Mitchell off the wall for Bultema. Back in the middle for Mitchell. Oh, he goes down, but manages to get a stick on the puck to put it in the corner. Bulldogs behind their own net on the far side breakout. Puck goes loose. Mitchell's there. Mitchell drives it in. Played up the wall. Knocked down by Bultema. Bulldogs send it out to neutral ice. Aiden Eitel. Pass over for Mitchell. Mitchell off the wall into the zone. He'll go off for a change. Bulldogs take possession. Long range pass, just off the tape and deep. Quigley hard after it, the senior defenseman. Bulldogs behind the net, now to the far corner. Quigley takes it away. Quigley now passes up for Esch off his skate, back to Quigley, who sends it back towards Esch. Loose puck in the zone. Bulldogs D to D. Now a pass through the middle, deflected deep. Wrapped around the far side, now sent back to the near side. Mikkelson's there. Centering pass goes all the way through. Harmon Esch with a stick on it. Esch through mid-ice. Esch dumped it in. Deep behind Saul. Bulldogs with possession. Pass far side. Pass to bouncing puck through the air, now picked up by Caledonia. This is Lewandowski. Lewandowski with a move. Now sends a pass to Sova, a shot, and he scores! Ethan Sova gets Cal on the board with just under 10 minutes left in the first. Sova, junior. Nice assist there by Esch. Lewandowski, Sova. Supak carries it ahead, bounces off the wall, puts it in deep. Bouncing puck, Sova is after it. Bulldogs break it out far side, chipped into the corner by the Caledonia. That's Osborne. Disrupted there, now cleared far side. Bulldogs will carry it out. Osborne lined up the hit. Puck loosened up. Bulldogs get it back. Now driven in deep. Into the corner, loosened up behind the net for Supak. The junior defenseman with possession. Gabe Supak through the air, looking for Bultema, bouncing puck. Taken away by the Bulldogs right at the blue line. He'll dump it back into the Caledonia zone. Veliska stopped it with the skate, but played in. Bulldogs lost an edge. Loose in the corner. Veliska there. Ties the man up. Taken away by Caledonia. Held in the zone, though, here by the Bulldogs. Gordy Young, the defenseman there. Chipped up off the glass by Sova. And the Bulldogs chase possession in their own zone. Now dumped in from the red line. Deep. Camden Quigley behind his own goal. Moore in the far side corner. Trying to find Quigley behind the net. Quigley's pass up for Bultema, just off his stick. But he stays with it, gets it in the zone. Mitchell after it. Bulldogs able to hold it there and dump it out. Evan Moore, pass over for Quigley. Quigley crosses the red line and dumps it in deep. William Mikkelsen chases after it, but Saul stops it behind his net. Now the Dogs send a pass near side. Moore with a grip on it, dumps it in on Saul. Bulldogs send it far side, now drive it in. A shot gloved by Hogue. And he'll hold for the whistle. Big shout out time, Everett Cron, if you're out there watching, hello to you, and thanks for watching the Pass Shoot Score Network. Loving the stories from your dad about your love for the sport of hockey, and make sure he gets you some skates here as you get a little bit older. Puck played in the Caledonia's end, Supak near side for Mikkelsen. Held up by the Bulldogs defense, now loosened up for Supak. He's got some room to move it. Sends a pass behind the back for Gorby, played by the Caledonia, or the Byron Center Bulldogs. Esch, pestering from behind, loosens the puck up. Saul's got to get a stick on it. Bulldogs far side corner, up the wall, picked off by Sova. Sova puts a backhand down low, loose for Lewandowski, a shot just wide. Lewandowski near corner. Tied up in the wall. Now loose behind the net. Byron Center, far side wall. Now weaves back to the middle. Making his way through mid-ice. Around the defenders. Landon Moore with a big hit. Oh, and a penalty whistle. Or a penalty arm is up. And Landon will be whistled. So Byron Center with the first power play of the game. Moore goes 2 minutes for a butt end maybe? Or a hooking call, sorry. Sova on the face-off, penalty kill time. Bulldogs win it, pass back to the point, far side, back to the near point. Far side point, now to the far wall. A shot in on Hogue, a save, rebound loose, cleared to the wall by Lewandowski. Bulldogs with it, far side point man. Now a shot in on Hogue and he gloves for the whistle. Yeah. Drew Nichols on the face-off, Supak, Moore, and Harmon Esch, your penalty killers. 6.5 left in the first. Bulldogs, now a pass on the far side circle, a shot deflected wide. Bulldogs get the rebound, near side, peppered by Esch. Moore turns and sends it length of the ice. Saul stops it for his defender. Byron Center on the breakout. On a power play for another minute 15. Bulldogs play it out nicely by the Cal defense. Esch in the zone. Harmon Esch can't get a shot. Puck loose in the corner. Esch gives chase. Bulldogs break it out. And we'll get a whistle and a penalty, looks like. So 4-on-4 for a minute, and then Cal will get a minute power play as Gordy Young goes to the box for a roughing call on the Esch takedown. Sova on the face-off. Bulldogs with it. They'll send it length to the ice. Icing his arm is up, and we'll bring it back for an offensive zone draw. Eitel, Sova, Lewandowski, and Supak. Sova, your goal scorer earlier. Face off in the feet. Bulldogs with possession behind their own goal. They'll cycle it back. That's McKendry in the far corner. Pass up the wall, deflected, but carried through neutral zone. Lost in the feet, Supak with a stick on it. Sends it to neutral for Sova. Sova cross ice for Lewandowski on the break. Lewandowski carries it in low. Has it taken off his stick in the corner, but turns and gets pinned in the board. Sova, a shot right from the wall, a save by Saul. Bulldogs with possession. D-to-D in their own zone. Pressured by Lewandowski. Back to McKendry for the Bulldogs far side. Now a pass into neutral zone. This is Martzke. Jake Martzke across the red line. Dumps it in deep. Cal about to get on a power play. Out of the box now comes Landon Moore. Cal 5-on-4. Supak carries it in. Trying to set it up top of the zone. Dumps it in deep. Mitchell hard after it. Bulldogs there. Bulldogs from behind the goal. They'll send it deep on the clear. Harmonesh in his own zone with possession behind Hogue. Esch carries out. Nichols, Mitchell, Bultema, and Evan Moore out with him. Esch carries it ahead. Esch down low. A shot in on Saul, save. Rebound pushed into the corner. Bulldogs take possession. They send it to the near corner. Bultema comes down. Holds possession. Bultema cross for Esch. Esch down low for Sova. Sova back to Moore at the point. Moore from the blue line back to Nichols, sorry. Nichols down to Esch. Esch in front trying to stuff it in. It goes all the way through. 1 second left in the power play. That one's going to come out of the zone, and Byron Center back at full strength. Both teams now 5-on-5. Bultema in his own zone. Cross ice pass. That's going to be whistled for icing. .335 left in the first. If you're in the know on local hockey, you know this is quite an important matchup. Last division conference game for both teams. Both teams in the OK-Roo division. Caledonia currently leading the division in points, but Byron Center, with a win, would take that spot. Why does it matter? Next week is the start of the OK Conference tournament. Top 4 teams aligned with the top 4 teams from the Fisher division, and they'll play a single elimination tournament to determine tournament champion. Puck loose to Chase Gorby. Gorby from the corner, plays behind the net for Mikkelsen. Mikkelsen tried to center it, deflected behind the net. Gorby back to Mikkelsen in the corner. Mikkelsen to Gorby down low. Try to find Osborne in the middle. And that's lifted. A penalty arm up. Caledonia on the delayed call. Saul goes to the bench, and Cal touches up. A cross-check whistle on Caledonia. Let's see who goes for that. That's going to be Osborne. So Byron Center back on their second power play of the period. BC with a shot right off the face-off, a save by Hogue. And that's cleared length of the ice by the Caledonia penalty kill. Lewandowski, Sova, Supak, and Eitel, the penalty killers. Byron breaks it out far side. At the blue line, they'll stop, try to set something up, pass into the corner. Kamiga, a shot in on Hogue, a save, rebound. Caledonia, another save by Hogue on his belly. Nice opportunity there for the Bulldogs. Lewandowski chipped back to the point man, now to the wall. Bulldogs with possession. Skate to the top of the zone with it. Nick Dolce. A shot, that's knocked down by Sova. Back into the corner. Pass out to the point, back to the wall. Into the corner, Bulldogs. Now play it to the far side. Pass out to the far side point man. Pass knocked down by Lewandowski, and he sends it length of the ice. 1 minute left in the penalty kill. Cal gets some fresh legs on the ice as Esch comes on along with Nichols. Bulldogs with possession through mid-ice. Byron Center carries in. Pass Knocked down by Supak and sent length of the ice by Eitel. Esch behind the net. Bulldogs break it out near side. Dolce behind his goal, peppered by Nichols. Ooh, stick got high into the face mask. Played ahead by the Bulldogs, into the zone, soft pass down low, played by Supak through the feet. Bulldogs take possession, up the wall with it. Now a pass top of the zone. Pass back on the doorstep, deflected into the corner at the blue line. Knocked down by Caledonia, but played by the Bulldogs. Back on 5-on-5. Bulldogs with possession behind the net. Now to the near side with it. Top of the zone. Pass. Played by Caledonia and cleared. Rushed ahead now by Sova. Cross ice. Oh, just out of the reach of Esch. And the Bulldogs take possession. 20 seconds left in the first period. Bulldogs send a pass. This will be picked off by Quigley. A dump in. And that's touched up for offsides by Sova. We'll have a face-off at mid-ice on the delayed offsides call. Sova on the face-off. Dump towards the Caledonia, or the Byron center side. Played back now into the Caledonia and Quigley with possession at the wall. 6 seconds on the clock. Neutral zone, Landon Moore from the red line puts a shot in on Saul, and he'll glove for the whistle, and we'll get a buzzer at the same time. So we'll end the first period right there.
At the end of one, Scots 1, Bulldogs 0.
Take a break. We'll be back in about 15 minutes or so. Thanks for watching the Pass Shoot Score Network. 1-0, Caledonia with the lead. Chris, let's go through the dressing room. That little in-between passageway. Then you don't have to pay. What's up? No, it's back and forth. Yeah. You guys are up on shots. You guys are, huh? You look more methodic. Whereas we look a little more chuck and get. All right, welcome back. Zamboni's off. We are ready to start second period. 1-0, Cal leads. Ethan Sova with the first period goal. And here we go. Face-off won by Cal. Supak sends it in deep. Saul gets a stick on it. Bulldogs play it out. Near side breakout. Parker Lopshire, cross-ice pass, connects. Bulldogs pass at the blue line, dumped in, but played back out by Eitel. Gets it to Lewandowski. Ty Lewandowski drives it in the near side, drop to Sova. Sova shot just wide. Eitel settles at the blue line, picked off by the Bulldogs. Eitel gets it back, dumps it in deep. Bulldogs on the breakout. Pass, just out of the reach of Lewandowski. Lewandowski from the wall, shot goes wide. Bulldogs to mid-ice with it. Played now by Sova. Sova back to Landon Moore. Crosses the red line, dumps it in. Saul gloves it, and we'll get a whistle. And a face-off. Oh no.
The screen's just flat.
Oh my God. That's annoying. Face-off played by Quigley deep. Gorby, Mikkelsen, and Esch up front. Evan Moore, and Quigley on defense. Sent into the corner. Bulldogs there. Defense. In on Saul, a save. Now behind the net, Esch with a big hit. Bulldogs break it out, mid-ice. Evan Moore settles it off the wall for Mikkelsen. Delayed offsides, played back by the Bulldogs into the Caledonia zone. After it deep is Quigley, Bulldogs with it, turnover, loosen the feet, and cleared into the wall. Harmon Esch ties it up, in to help is Quigley. Quigley's got a grip on it, finds Gorby. Gorby, a pass for Boltema, held out of the zone. Gorby dumped it in deep. Bulldogs in their own corner, up the wall, picked off by Mitchell. Played now by Caledonia, pass out to middle of the ice. Cal retreats, Quigley. Now played back up to mid-ice, turnover for the Bulldogs. And we'll get a whistle, offsides. Unfortunate for them, a nice break opportunity. Apologies if we get a bit of a buffering or a delay on the live broadcast. The network gods are not, they're providing, but just not at every second. Seem to be good now. Bulldogs with possession. They'll take it wide. Down on the wall. Puck loose to the top of the zone. Boltema. Now a pass to mid-ice. Just out of the reach of Mitchell. He'll give chase. Bryce Mitchell down low, a shot. And that's saved by Saul. Face-off won by the Bulldogs. Far side wall. Pass through mid-ice, knocked down by Mitchell, delayed offsides. Bulldogs with some room to move it to neutral zone, crossed the red line and dumped it in deep. Hogue settles it for Supak, up the wall for Bultema, jumped his stick, point man with it. A shot in towards Hoagie, gloves for the whistle. Lewandowski, Sova, Landonmore, Itel, and Evanmore. Bulldogs win the draw. Far side point man plays it around the net to the near side. Itel is there off the wall for Landonmore. Moore's backhand can't clear it. Gets it back. Cross ice pass intercepted by the Bulldogs. Evanmore is there. Keeps it out of the zone. Now dumped in deep by the Bulldogs. Itel after it. Near side. Pass over from Moore. Evanmore, the defender. Cross ice pass for Landonmore. Moore to Moore. Landon shot deflected by Saul into the wall. Far side wall. Sova and Lewandowski battle after it. Now an outing attempt. Gets past the defender. Byron with 2-on-1. Down low, a shot saved by Hogue, and it goes in, rolls in. Loose puck, looked like it came off an approaching player. And Byron evens the game up here early in the second. Face off at mid-ice, won by the Bulldogs. Parker Lopshire for the Bulldogs. Pass picked off by Mikkelsen. Mikkelsen had it taken away by McKendry for the Bulldogs. He sends it to neutral zone. Quigley gives chase. Nick Dolce on the goal for Byron Center. Wrapped around the wall, near side, Esch. Harmon Esch goes down, sends it to the middle, all the way through to the wall. Byron with it behind their net. Breakout near side. Now turnover for Gorby. Gorby behind the net for Esch. Harmon Esch, the senior point leader, sends a pass in the middle for Gorby, taken away by the Bulldog defense. Jake Martzke rushes it ahead. Martzke, a dump in, knocked down by Gorby, or by Quigley, and now taken out of the zone by Gorby. Gorby dumps it in deep. He'll go for a change. Saul settles it for his defense. Byron sends it to the near side on the breakout, now back behind the net. Bulldogs now back to the near side. Bouncing puck to neutral zone, played by Supak. Back to the Bulldogs, they'll regroup in their own zone. D to D. Now they sink below the end line, back to the near side. McKendry's air pass knocked down by Nichols, and he'll touch on a high stick. Sova on the faceoff, Lewandowski, Moore, Supak, and Veliska. Byron plays it in deep, Veliska. Byron with it, pass top of the zone. Now a drop pass to the point man. A shot is saved by Hogue. Tied up in the feet. Bulldogs take possession. Pass back to the point, leaks out of the zone. After the loose puck, Bulldog defense pressured by Lewandowski. Bulldogs able to clear it to neutral, now dump it in deep. Icing arm is up, and we'll bring it back for an offensive zone draw. Ethan Sova on the draw, Landon Moore, Lewandowski, Gabe Supak, and Zach Veliska. Trying to find it in the feet. Cal with it on the wall, and Sova sends it around the net. Lewandowski after it, far side corner. Bulldogs there first. Puck turned over, Bulldogs get it back, and now they'll break it out through neutral zone, dumped in deep on Hogue. He'll settle and hold for the whistle. Cal the change. Ash, Gorby, Mikkelsen, Quigley, and Evan Moore on defense. Face-off played into the wall. Evan Moore into the corner with it. Moore sends it back up the far wall for Mikkelsen. Gorby with a stick on it. Bulldogs get it back. They send it behind the net. Camden Quigley near side. Up the wall for Esch. Esch chipped it to Gorby. Gorby's pass knocked down by the defense. Gets it back. Dumped a pass through the zone. Mikkelsen there. Gorby with possession off the wall for Moore at the point. Shot in towards Saul. A save loose in front. And the Bulldogs able to clear. Bulldogs far side. They'll drive it in. They bring it in deep. Pass in front. Picked off by Quigley. Quigley up the far wall. Now pass picked off by the Byron defense. Carried in. Colden a shot. Save Hogue. Loose puck far side. Shot blocked by Mikkelsen. Pass back to the point. The Bulldog shot saved by Hogue. Into the corner, now behind the net. Gorby, outlet for Esch. Esch put the brakes on, had the puck poked away by Lopshire for the Bulldogs. Evan Moore up the wall, played by the Bulldogs. Moore again up the wall for Esch. Loose puck for Gorby, he clears the zone, knocked down by the Bulldogs defense. Dumped back in, Evan Moore with possession. Ooh, a whiff on the pass. He's Bulldogs into the corner with it. It's tied up. Gorby and Moore for Caledonia. Puck's not moving. Bulldogs send a third man in to try to dig it out. Still tied up. Bulldogs get it out behind the net. Esch pressures. Now Quigley with it. Now dumped into neutral zone. Picked off by the Bulldogs at the red line and driven back in. A shot in on Hogue. He'll hold for the whistle. Sova, Moore, and Lewandowski, Supak, and Eitel. Byron wins the draw, far side point man. Shot knocked down by Supak, played back to the wall, the far side wall. Byron plays it hard around the net. Gabe Supak's going to be there near side. Supak up the wall, can't clear the zone. Now it comes out. Played by Landon Moore to the middle. Bouncing puck, played by Eitel. Bulldogs with possession far side. Shot wide, Supak near side, high off the glass. Bulldogs catch at the red line and dump it back in deep. Eitel's there. Eitel tried to dump it out. Bulldogs intercept. Cal can't clear. Supak there. Supak's long-range pass on the stick for Sova. Sova at the wall, played it behind the net, landed more near side. Centering pass, Saul got a stick on it. Loose to the point, Eitel a shot knocked down. And chipped back to neutral zone. Supak with possession. Supak crosses the red line and dumps it in deep. Bouncing puck behind the net, Saul stops it. Mitchell intercepts. Mitchell centers a pass all the way through, and that'll come out to neutral. Aiden Eitel over for Supak. Supak across the red line. Dumped it in, knocked down, and now dumped back to neutral zone by the Bulldogs. Pass cross ice, into the zone they bring it. Veliska pressures, loose behind the net. Supak cycles it to Veliska. Veliska far side, off the wall for Bultema in the feet, and played back in deep by the Bulldogs. Drew Nichols with possession. Nichols using the speed to carry it up. Nichols drives it ahead. Nichols rips a shot just wide. Bulldogs break it back out to the near side. Chipped in deep. Quigley there behind the net. Loosens it up for Nichols. Loose puck, Bultema laid it back behind the wall or net for Veliska. Mitchell with a hit. Bryce Mitchell loosens it up for Quigley. Quigley cycles it back into his own zone for Nichols. High off the glass, Mitchell chips it. Bouncing puck through the air. Mitchell in the feet. And McKendry for the Bulldogs takes possession. He'll drive it ahead. Crosses the red line and dumps it in. Hogue settles it behind the goal. Quigley, D to Veliska. Veliska, cross pass for Mikkelsen. Mikkelsen had it taken away. Pushed back in the corner by Martsky for the Bulldogs. Loose on the near side for Veliska. Pass up the wall for Esch. Esch takes a hit. Dumped in by the Bulldogs. Knocked down by the Scots. Bulldogs get it back. A shot's deflected up and into the netting for the whistle and a face-off. Landon Moore, Lewandowski, Sova up front. Supak and Eitel on defense. Face off won by Caledonia. Eitel, that's Veliska, sorry. No, that's Eitel. Neutral zone, Eitel up for Sova. Sova bangs it in deep. On the near side, Bulldogs pass through the air, and we'll get a delayed penalty. Interference call on Caledonia. Eitel goes for 2 minutes. So the Bulldogs on their third power play of the game. On the penalty kill, Evan Moore, Lewandowski, Sova, and Supak. Bulldogs can't hold it in, comes out to neutral zone. Lewandowski comes in for some pressure. Bulldogs now carry it out far side, up the wall, chipped around the defender. Bulldogs down low, shot goes wide. Bulldogs take possession, near side wall. Shot deflected up into the air, far side wall. Now into the corner. Evan Moore pressures there for Caledonia. Bulldogs maneuver it behind the net. Now to the near side wall, out to the point man, Gordy Young. Young back to the wall, back to Young at the point, back to the near side circle, a shot. That's deflected into the back wall. Sova can't get a grip on it. Bulldogs keep possession, back to the point man, now to the near side. Now to the near side face-off, poked away by Supak. Bulldogs keep it in the zone, down low, pass, now back to the point man. A shot, saved by Hogue. Bulldogs get the loose puck. Pass near side, Goheen, shot off a skate and deflected in front. And the Bulldogs cash in the power play. And they'll take the 2-1 lead here in the second period. Nichols, Mitchell, Bultema up front. Face-off won by Caledonia. Chasing after it's Quigley. Quigley, pressure behind the net. Carries far side. Turned over into the corner. Quigley there. Quigley takes it away. On the near side for Mitchell. Mitchell takes a hit. Dolce with his second goal of the game for Byron Center. Caledonia dumps it in. Bultema far side. A shot, save Saul. Mitchell back to Bultema. Bouncing puck. And the Bulldogs settle it and clear it. Quigley settles with the skate. Over for Velisca. Dumped in by the Bulldogs. Quigley. Cross ice for Mitchell. Mitchell drives it ahead. Bryce Mitchell carries in deep. Mitchell down low. Tried to stuff it in at the post to save. Bulldogs behind their net. They go D to D, near side. Pass breakout on the near side. Parker Lopshire for the Bulldogs. Carries it across the red line, dumps it in deep. Wrapped around far side. Taken away behind the net by Nichols. Loose puck. Played around the near side by Supak. Supak now carries it ahead with some numbers. Supak carries in the zone. Gabe Supak down low, a shot. Saved by Saul. Bulldogs in their own zone. D to D. Now cross ice pass knocked down by Jagger Burns, but taken away by the Bulldogs and dumped in deep on Hogue. Hogue settles a loose puck. Oh, what a save there by Hogue. Itel wrestles after it. Now Gorby up the wall, taken away by the Bulldogs. Point man back into the corner behind the net. Supak after it. Bulldogs near side. Pass out to the point man. A shot in on Hogue, a save. Another shot save, cleared to the wall. Bulldogs knock it down. They'll send it in the zone. Supak intercepts. Supak cross ice pass goes into the Byron Center zone. Esch after it. Behind the net, Bulldogs with possession. Now up the wall. Now they'll cycle it back behind the net. Sova crashes down into the corner. Sova with it. Pass in front for Esch. Bouncing puck in front. And Bulldogs get a grip on it. They'll send it length of the ice. Just under 2 minutes left in the second. Moore, Lewandowski, and Sova up front. Quigley and Evan Moore on defense. It's played into the wall. Bulldogs there first. High off the glass and into neutral zone. Bouncing puck. Evan Moore is there for the Caledonia defense. He's taken down, and a penalty is whistled. So Cal gets a penalty, a power play here to end the second. Mikkelsen, Lewandowski, Sova, Landon Moore, and Supak. Back to Supak at the point. Off the wall for Sova. Sova centers for Lewandowski. Lewandowski backhand down low. A shot. Oh, that was Mikkelsen's pass for Lewandowski. Shot went just wide and cleared by the Bulldogs. Supak in neutral zone. Pass near side for Lewandowski. In the zone. Now a pass cross ice. Bulldogs send it deep. They've got a man here at the blue line. Bulldogs taken away by Sova. Puck left for Mikkelsen. He loses. Puck dumped in by the Bulldogs, settled by Hogue. Supak behind his net. Pass back to the near side, Lewandowski. Back for Sova. 1 minute left in the second. Sova back for Lewandowski, just off his stick. Lewandowski, top of the zone. Now pass over for Sova, a centering pass from Mikkelsen, and dumped deep by the Bulldogs. Hogue settles it. Supak takes possession. Byron gets some fresh skaters. Supak hits Nichols, loose into the wall. Nichols cycles it back to Esch in his own zone. Esch gets it back to Nichols. Drew Nichols curls back. 25 seconds left in the period. Pass deflected up into the net. Nichols, Mitchell, Esch, Moore, and Bultema. Power play unit. 21 seconds left in the period. Face off won by the Bulldogs. Short-handed. Oh! Comes out of the zone, dumped back in, picked off by Bultema. Moore for Esch. Esch breaks it ahead. 10 seconds on the clock. Harmon Esch gets around two, goes loose into the wall. Esch with it still. 5 seconds. Down low into the corner for Mitchell. Centering pass deflected up and into the boards, and that's going to do it for the second period. So Cal starts the third with 16 seconds left on a power play. Well, we end our second period. 15-minute break as we clean the ice. Thanks for watching on the Pass Shoot Score Network. Byron Center leads 2-1. Welcome back. Third period ready to begin. Both teams on the ice. 2-1 your score. Byron with the lead. Start the third period with Caledonia on a power play. Nick Dolce, the goal scorer for Byron Center. Both goals today. Ethan Sova started the day out with a goal in the first period. Here we go, third period. Cal on a power play. Lewandowski, Sova, landed more up front. Supak and Itel on defense. Cal wins the draw, landed more. Pass in the middle off a skate, but picked up by Itel. Drives it in the zone. Dump in is knocked down. Bulldogs hold it at the wall. Itel's there. Out to Lewandowski at the point. A shot and save by Quinn Saul, the goaltender for Byron Center. Back to 5-on-5. Sova tried to center it, goes loose far side. Supak holds it in the corner, landed more, and Sova centering pass for Lewandowski. Tried to feed a pass on the back door, picked off by the Bulldogs and cleared to neutral zone. Bulldogs with possession, far side. McKendry, defender, dumps it in deep, near side. Itel ties the man up. Sova in to help. Sova digs it out, moves it up for Lewandowski. Bouncing puck, dumped back in by the Bulldogs. Supak far side. Sends it behind the net for Itel. Itel off the wall. Intercepted by the Bulldogs at mid-ice. Now pass far side. Supak lays a hit. Puck in the feet, now moved out to Mikkelsen. Mikkelsen, a shot, save. Puck loosened up, Esch after it, now chipped out by the Bulldogs. Carried through mid-ice, Byron Center brings it in the Caledonia zone. Cross-ice pass connects. A shot blocked by Quigley. Puck loose, Byron Center holds it in. A shot in on Hogue, he makes the save. Loose puck near side. Evan Moore digs after it. Now Gorby behind the net. Cycles it back for Evan Moore, moves it up for Mikkelsen. Mikkelsen's backhand clears the zone. Byron picks it off at mid-ice, dumps it in. Hogue settles it, gets it to Moore. Evan Moore behind his own goal, far side now. Play it ahead, Evan Moore gets it to Gorby. Gorby crosses the red line and dumps it in. Saul settles it behind his goal. Byron on the breakout, that pass is chipped, bouncing puck, held in the zone. Byron regroups. Now hard pass goes long and we'll get a whistle for icing. Nichols, Bultema, Mitchell, Supak, and Veliska, your five. Nichols on the dot. Bulldogs win the draw. They take it behind their own goal. Far side, disrupted by Bultema. He'll play it back in the corner. Bulldogs there. Up the wall. Pass bounces through the air. Now to neutral zone and dumped in deep. Puck played around. Bulldogs there. Bultema near side. Feeds it to Veliska. Veliska hard off the wall. Bulldogs take it away. Now loose puck behind the net. Veliska to Supak. Supak pass through mid-ice on the tape for Bultema. Bultema carries it in. A shot just wide. Supak shot wide again. Bulldogs with possession in their zone. Mitchell from behind holds it there. Now cycled back to the far side. McKendry for the Bulldogs. Now back to the near side on the breakout as Cal gets some new skaters out. Evan Goodell for the Bulldogs. Down low, a shot in on Hogue, a save. Held in the zone by the Bulldogs, now cleared out to neutral zone. Lewandowski, far side, into the corner. Ty Lewandowski tried to center it, no one there. Landon Moore comes in, top of the zone. Had it poked off his stick and cleared. Aiden Itel after it. Itel over for Quigley. Quigley retreats, gets it back to Itel. Itel for Lewandowski. Lewandowski's pass chipped in by the Bulldogs defense. They'll send it back to neutral zone. Now a drop pass at center ice. Carried in, a shot deflected wide. Bouncing puck came out and almost came out in front. Hogue got a blocker on it. And a shot by the Bulldogs and they score. Top of the zone. Byron Center gets some breathing room. 3-1 here in the third period. Kaminga on the goal for the Bulldogs. Holtzma sends it in deep. Bulldogs there behind the net. Mitchell pressuring. Bulldogs carry it to the middle. Now to the far side. Pass up, connects to neutral zone. Quigley there, put in deep. Quigley into the corner. Played behind the net. Bulldogs cycle it. Try to carry it out in front. Hogue with a save. Still loose. And now played behind the net. Centering pass goes all the way through, and we'll get a whistle for icing. So Caledonia's going to have to make a comeback here, down 2 goals here in the third. Gorby on the face-off. Mikkelsen, Ashmore, and Supak. Played to the back wall, centering pass played by Hogue, loose for Mikkelsen, gets it to Esch. Esch chipped around the defender, goes in after it. Esch at the back wall, pressured. Mikkelsen in to help. Puck played to the side of the net, loose in the corner. Bulldogs play it up the wall. Comes out to neutral zone. Supak collects it. Dumps it in deep. Saul stops it. Defense played it behind the net. Back to the near side. Bulldogs up the wall. Esch knocks it down. Move to the middle. Bulldogs there to skate it out. Far side. Bulldogs carried in low. Supak there to take the puck off the stick, and that's chipped out of play at the bench. Lewandowski, Sova, Osborne, Quigley, and Veliska. Bulldogs win the draw, send a pass back to the point man. A shot's blocked by Sova, sent to neutral zone after the loose puck, Osborne. Osborne, far side wall, down low, dropped it for Sova and just deflected out by the Byron defense. Bulldogs break it out, far side. Pass knocked down by Sova at the blue line, but pushed ahead by Lopshire for the Bulldogs. Osborne gets it back, moves it to Sova. Sova over for Lewandowski driving in. Ty Lewandowski down low, a shot saved by Saul. Byron breaks it out. Bulldogs carried on the near side, dumped in deep. Around Hogue, far side, Veliska. Veliska holds it in the corner. Bulldogs there to sweep it behind the net. Hit by Sova, frees it up for Quigley. Quigley drives it through mid-ice. Takes it to the far side, dumped in deep. After it's Mitchell. Bulldogs wrap around near side. Boltima from the point position, shot in towards Saul, a save. Bulldogs take possession and carry it back to neutral. Into the Caledonia zone, far side. Pressure by Nichols, a shot in on Hogue, a save. Bulldogs in the corner. tied up in the feet, taken away by Nichols. Nichols moves his way through the zone, now into mid-ice. He's got Mitchell with him. Nichols with a shot just wide. Bulldogs clear it. Supak there at mid-ice. Supak turns, finds a lane to carry it in. Gabe Supak down low. A shot over the net. And the Bulldogs clear at length of the ice for a whistle. 9:48 left in the third. Gorby, Mikkelsen, Eitel, Supak, and Esch. Face-off played out to neutral zone. Byron with it. Kaminga down low. Eitel pressures, gets a stick on it, pushed it into the back wall. Loosened it for Supak. Supak ahead. Chipped off the wall for himself at the red line. Byron there. Defense. They'll send it near side. After it's Mikkelsen. Bulldogs pass off a skate back into their own zone. Esch tried to center it, loose in front. Bulldogs defense with possession. Gorby there pressuring, but the Bulldogs able to move it out. Dumped in deep, bounces off the back wall. Quigley's there. Bulldogs able to take it away in the corner. Hit by Esch, puck loosened up. Bulldogs there. They put it backhand, back in the corner. Into the feet, Quigley. Tried to clear it, held up by the point man. Pass to the near side. A shot, knocked down by Mikkelsen. Loose puck, cleared to neutral zone. Bulldogs take possession. They'll turn, then carry it right back in the Caledonia zone. Through the middle, loosened up for Sova. Pass just out of the reach of Osborne. And we'll get a whistle for icing. Ethan Silva on the face-off for Caledonia in the D zone. Puck played into the corner. Bulldogs there. They'll sweep it up the wall. Silva's there, takes it away. Pass across the ice for Osborne. Into the zone it goes. Byron clears it. Loose top of the zone. Brought in by Nichols, but taken away by the Bulldogs. Punched in by Silva. Bulldogs behind their own goal. Back to Supak at the point position. Supak a shot saved by Saul. Silva on the face-off. Silva wins it. Played to the back wall though as he goes down. Byron with it, far side on the breakout. Across the red line. Dumped in on Hogue. He gets a glove on and holds for the whistle. Nichols on the draw. Face off. Moved out by Cal. Baltimore chipped it ahead. Bulldogs defense played it right back. Bulldogs. Martzke's pass to the near side. In on Hogue, and that's saved. Rebound cleared to neutral zone. Bulldogs go D to D in their own end. After it, Mitchell. Bulldogs send it back. Now they'll regroup behind their own goal. Mitchell takes it away. Loose in front. Trying to find it in the feet. Mitchell. Pass to Bultema. Bultema, a shot saved by Saul. Byron can't clear it. Kicked in by Quigley. Dumped in deep. Nope, not deep. And that's sent length of the ice by the Bulldogs for the icing whistle. Itel, Quigley, Lewandowski, Soba, and Esch. Bulldogs with possession behind their own goal. Near side, high off the glass, rolling puck into the Caledonia zone. Icing arm is up, and we'll bring it back. Face-off played by Caledonia. Esch in the corner. Esch moves it out in front. Saul got a stick on it, punched it out. Byron's pass played at mid-ice. Kaminga for the Bulldogs. Chipped off his stick by Quigley. Loose in the near corner. Now up the wall. Lewandowski can't clear it. Itel after it. Bulldogs move it out in front. A shot knocked down, loose in front, and now cleared by Caledonia. Esch cleared the zone. Byron has to check up on the delayed offsides. Now moved out by the Scots. Lewandowski back to Itel. Itel mid-ice, chipped by the Bulldogs in deep. Loose in the corner. Mitchell, Bryce Mitchell. Now moved to middle ice. Mitchell. He'll turn. Carried in. Mitchell chipped off the wall for himself. Mitchell in the corner. Nice moves. Mitchell. Loose to Supak. Supak, top of the zone. Supak at the wall. Now a shot in on Saul. A kick save. Loose to Bultema. Bultema with a shot, and that's blockered by Saul. Loose on the wall. Now played by Moore. Evan Moore from the deep position. And Byron sends it linked to the ice for the icing whistle. Tied up, shot in on Saul, a save, loose on the doorstep, and Byron's able to move it out. Byron center now on a 2-on-1. Back comes Lewandowski. Pass picked off by Evan Moore on defense. Supak ties it up in the back wall. Now carried by Supak. Supak, pass near side for Silva, back into the middle for Esch. Esch drives it in, through the legs, taken away by the Bulldogs. High off the wall, into neutral zone, loose puck, dumped in deep by the Bulldogs. Icing's waved off. Evan Moore, the freshman defender, collects the puck and carries out. Drop pass for Lewandowski. Lewandowski just out of his reach. Bulldogs with possession. Bulldogs pass back into neutral zone. Veliska cycles it to Moore. Moore's pass across ice, picked off by the Bulldogs. Bulldogs cross the red line, dump it in the air. Hogue gets a glove on it, and he'll hold for a whistle. Gorby on the face-off. Hogue sends it over for Mikkelsen, puts it off the wall, picked off by the Bulldogs, dumped back in. Gloved by Veliska, bouncing now in the corner. Veliska behind the net, far side. Hard off the wall, looking for Osborne. Bulldogs hold it in, loose to Quigley. Quigley carries it ahead, dumps it in deep. Wrapped around the goal, far side, Gorby after it. Bulldogs there, tied up by Gorby. Now loose, Bulldogs send it up the wall. And sent length to the ice for a whistle. Nichols, Itel, Mitchell, Bultema, and Supak. Crunch time here for Caledonia. Down 2 goals, 3:31 left in the third period. Face off won by Cal. Shot by Bultema just wide. Loose off the back wall. A shot by Supak, a save. Behind the net, Bulldogs after it in the corner. Now they'll cycle D to D behind the net. They go back D to D, picked off by Nichols. Mitchell behind the net. Centers it and cleared, but held in at the point position by Itel. Chipped by Bultema and cleared by the Bulldogs after the loose puck. Itel played it up the wall for Bultema. Bultema's pass off Mitchell's stick and played by the Bulldogs defense. Pass goes long, played by Itel, over for Sova. Sova drives it in, a shot deflected into the back wall. Bulldogs defense moves it far side, up the wall. Knocked down by Bultema, played back behind the net. Bulldogs there. Now sent back to the far corner. Bulldogs pass knocked down. Picked up by Supak, a shot, knocked down. Esch with a shot, save. And we'll get a whistle. Sova, Lewandowski, Esch, Evan Moore, and Quigley. It looks like Caledonia is going to take a timeout. And so we'll take a little break here for 60 seconds. Goals by Ethan Sova started the scoring in the first period. Then Byron Center scores 3 straight. 2 goals by Nick Dolce and 1 by Kaminga. Left here in the third. Face off played by Caledonia. Quigley with a shot from the top, knocked down by the defense and cleared to neutral zone. Esch sends it back to the near side, goes loose into the corner. Byron Center high off the glass, dumped into the Caledonia zone. Camden Quigley possesses. Pass knocked down by the Byron forechecker. Byron sends it near side. They've got a man, dumps it in deep. Behind Hogue. After it is Quigley. Quigley in the corner. Up to Esch on the wall. Had it knocked down. Now played out to Sova. Sova across the red line. Fed it over for Lewandowski. Into the corner. Lewandowski put into the wall. Byron takes possession. Knocked down by Supak. Mid-ice. Hogue started to leave his goal. 1:22 left. Supak with it. Supak behind his own goal. Pass is knocked down. Centered pass, shot disrupted. Bouncing puck to Esch. Byron takes it away. They'll dump it in deep. 1 minute left, 1 minute left. Cal trails by 2. Supak passing near side for Lewandowski. Ty Lewandowski to mid-ice for Esch. Bounces into the zone. Off the ice comes Hogue. Esch, top of the zone. Esch with a shot, and that'll be gloved for the whistle. So Cal gets a 6 skater with 45 seconds on the clock.